I said it before, someone has to sacrifice. That's the only way your team can be successful when you like to play in the same spaces. By same spaces, I mean AD likes to post up at 15 feet. He's a pick and pop guy, great mid-range shooter back to the basket around that 12 to 15 feet where he can spin and get lobs. Russ likes to back guys down, play isolation, attack and transition, pick and roll. High usage guy who likes the ball in his hands. I haven't even talked about Bron, who's, top 5 greatest players of all time.
High usage.
Loves to have the ball in his hands. High usage. He has to step back to freedom now. He'll shoot threes, but he still loves to have the ball. So I think the biggest thing is someone has to sacrifice. Someone has to work on catching and shooting the basketball, right? Because you have to play off the ball because it's only one ball, and there's 5 of y'all, and 3 of y'all average 20 a game. So I think this sacrifice has to come, but I think that's up to Coach Ham to kind of figure things out.
But I don't think the sacrifice really is necessary with the case of Anthony Davis. He just has to be healthy. Because Anthony Davis, if you're the LeBron James, you're going to want to get him the basketball. LeBron James has no aversion to that. The issue is LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. Because LeBron James is 37, 19th in the league, be 38 next season. You got Russell Westbrook. He turns 34 in November. Both of them have been in the league for more than a decade, obviously. How easy is it going to be to get what you just pointed to get one of these guys, if not both of them, to make the necessary sacrifice? I mean, we can say it. We all know it. The question is how plausible it is. How likely is it that that kind of sacrifice is going to happen? I'm asking you. I'm looking at you right now.
I guess time will tell. Him showing up to the press conference showed me that he's buying in. I think Ham is going to be willing to challenge him offensively and defensively. And I think back to Russ in Houston.
See what you just did?
I think back to Russ in Houston. He played off the ball in Houston. James was very dominant, obviously.
And he wanted out.
Yeah, but he averaged 27.
He was fantastic.
I'm not saying he needs to be that Russ. I'm saying he can play off the ball. He just has to be aggressive on his catches, and he needs to play with the second unit.
How can he play off the ball?
That's a rotation.
How can he play off the ball?
Catch and drive.
Oh, catch and drive.
Catch and go.
I thought you was going to say catch and shoot because we going to stop the show right there because we know we can't say that.
CJ,
okay?
Would you not agree with me that the fit of that team, the other 3 guys, it was a 5-out offense. P.J. Tucker, they traded Clint Capella. P.J. Tucker ended up playing 5 for that team. That's when he took off. You'd look at his stats up until mid-December of that. We played against them early in the season when they still had Capella. We were just packing the paint.
Right.
I mean, that's all I started the game on Westbrook, and I just stood in the paint the whole game. So it wasn't until they traded Capella, they went 5 out, and they had 3 other shooters besides Westbrook and Harden.
But what I'm going to get on you about, how come you didn't get on him about, first of all, I bring up Russell Westbrook at the press conference. You get on me about that. He just brought up Russell Westbrook at the press conference. You didn't pick that up.
I said that I liked that he was there.
No, let me finish.
I said that I liked that he was there. I said that he was showing that he cares. He's invested.
I'm getting to a point. Don't interrupt me.
Where is this going to go? Where is this going to go?
He just brought it up in a positive light. What did he say? He said, you're there. You obviously support the coach. What I'm pointing to is that the same thing he did with Frank Vogel. And so what happens is that you support Frank Vogel. You think Frank Vogel's going to support you. And then suddenly, midway during the season. Think about it. I'll tell you that much. But I'll say this, a couple of things that I think are important. Russell Westbrook was hilarious right there. He was absolutely hilarious. Please don't get me wrong. And I know he didn't mean it the way that it was coming across. But when you're struggling the way that he has struggled and the way the team has struggled, for this particular franchise, that's going to be taken differently. And him being a Los Angeles native should know that. If you're in Oklahoma City, you can do that because we know what he meant to that franchise. But the Lakers are a different animal with championship expectations every year that this team hasn't come close to living up to. And a lot of people point at him. So I just wish he'd guard himself because he'll end up getting criticized for it when it's not deserved, because I know he didn't mean anything by it. But just be careful with that. The other thing I want to say is this. Should LeBron consider wanting out of Los Angeles? Sure, he should. I don't think he will because La La is different than Lake Erie, and I certainly understand that. But the flip side to it, y'all, is this. LeBron delivered a championship. And last time I checked, he's playing like an MVP candidate. The one person who should never be booed by the Los Angeles Lakers fan is LeBron James. No matter what, no matter how bad it is, no matter how good it is, this man has been a model of consistency, professionalism, and greatness for the Los Angeles Lakers. I think we all can look at LeBron's play on the court. If you wanted to get on him for the roster, that's a different matter. But looking at LeBron James play on the court, can we seriously sit here and look at him and find fault with how he has played? I can't. I've watched him all year long. And I'm not saying he's perfect every moment because, of course, he's not. But you talk about a dude that is playing hard, is going all out, and producing digits. 29, 6, and 7. I mean, that's what he's averaging on 51.9% shooting, on nearly 35% shooting from three-point range at age 37 in his 19th season, half the time without Anthony Davis. This is not the person that Los Angeles Lakers fans should be booing because he committed a turnover. That's what they did last night. And I would say to the Los Angeles Lakers fans, who I love dearly, Laker Nation, but mind your manners and watch yourself, because LeBron has not cheated you. He has not done that. Remember where you were before he arrived and what you accomplished within 2 years after his arrival. I can't believe they got me defending LeBron James, but he deserves it here.
Well, you know what? You're about 50% right on some of the things that you said, and then the other stuff, I don't even know how you uttered it out your mouth. Okay, so because here's the simple fact. It wasn't about what LeBron James has did overall for the Los Angeles Lakers. It wasn't about what LeBron James has done up to this point of the season. They was born LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers about last night. And if you watched the game last night, LeBron James, yes, he had 30-some points or whatever the case may be, but his body language stunk. It was horrible from the start of the game. His body language, and then it went all the way down to the last man, like the hanging of the head, the pouting, the not getting back in transition. He deserved to get booed.